everyone who is coming to meditate, your friend, the first thing happening is change in the mindset. A more disastrous thinking or a negative thinking to a more positive, miraculous thinking. We change the way we think and feel about our life. Simple. Or at least from a negative thinking to a more neutral thinking, depending on how you want to see life. But definitely, it is changing a mindset.
I had always terrible back pain. I was told by the doctors that, okay, well, you're going to be like that until you die, despite every effort and, yoga and, chiropractor and everything. But after meditating, about a month, I tried the manifestation process, trying to visualize myself completely healed from this pain. So that was a kind of miracle for me. Because after 3 months, I could really stand. I could drive without pain, thanks to meditation practice.
Point of time, like I observed, my body is moving like a spring. I'm not sure what's happening there, and I just wanted to go back and check. My body is really moving up, back and forth like a spring. That's my first experience.
Meditation is very helpful to me. Completely change my attitude. No negative thoughts. I'm always positive. Thank you, Chandraji and Patriji, your team, and especially Patriji also.
So while I'm sitting on the Sukhasana, same questions you already answered, but I'm sitting on the posture, I'm getting the pain in my back.
If the pain is not there before meditation, and or if you're not chronically having that, and then if it comes in meditation, it's just fine. Anything that comes in meditation will go away.
Namaste. Very good morning, good evening, dear friends and masters. Welcome to the program Prosperity. We are into the 5th week. There are going to be many topics, and master class will be taken today by Chandra sir. He will be joining us a bit later in the session. For me, meditation brings a complete shift from chaos to calmness. Yes, meditation is the journey from sound to silence, from movement to stillness. And of course, we keep on exploring ourselves, discovering the better version of ourselves at each step. With every breath, the old moment is lost. A new moment arrives. We exhale and we let go of the old moment. It is lost to us. In doing so, we let go of the person we used to be. We inhale and breathe in the moment that is becoming. In doing so, we welcome the person we are becoming. We repeat the process. This is meditation. This is renewal. And this is life, dear friends and masters. We will be getting into the meditation. Let me explain the technique briefly for the newcomers or for the participants who have joined recently. Yes, this mindfulness meditation is the simplest and easiest technique which anyone can do. You have to first make your body comfortable. Please make yourself comfortable. We are making our body still by clasping our hands, crossing our legs, and closing our eyes. You can take any kind of back support for your comfort. When we still our body, only then it is it becomes easier to get into that emptiness state. By clasping our hands, we arrest the energy, and by closing our eyes, we arrest the energy by around 80%. So eyes have to be kept closed comfortably. And just only one line formula, this Anapanasati meditation is: Ana means in-breath and Apana means out-breath. And Sati means to be one with. Just observe your breath, your normal, natural breath. And doesn't matter, whenever you feel distracted, you have to come back to your breath again. This is what you have to do. Doesn't matter how many times, dear friends and masters, come back to your normal breath. Yes, you will get distracted. You won't realize that you were thinking. Whenever you realize you are thinking, come back to your breath. That's it. And after the meditation, there will be guidance. And after the meditation, you will be asked to unclasp your fingers and gently keep your fingers on your eyes. The purpose behind this is we are circulating back the cosmic energy. Yes, that energy is precious, and we just circulate it back by gently keeping our fingers on our eyes. So, without any delay, let's get into breath mindfulness meditation. Yes, can I request Koti to initiate the track? Thank you.
My dear friends.
And yes, no specs, no watch if you're wearing.
Keep your hands on your chest area. With your eyes closed, rest your attention on your breath and on your sacred heart. Take a slow, long, relaxing breath. And can you feel your beautiful heart? Breathe more. Of that long, relaxing breath. And feel that seat of all emotions. Which is binding all life with its love energy. With its compassion energy. Can you feel a love, compassion, inside joyful heart. Relive a moment from your life of love, of compassion. Recollect an event from your life of love, of compassion, and feel more of that love energy, that compassion energy, and expand that energy field of your heart center. Where your attention goes, there the energy flows. Feel that energy going beyond your body or to every corner of this planet Earth. All life is connected. Deep inside with aspects of energy. Intricately connected in this quantum entanglement. Our experience of life multiply when we become one with each other. When we become one with everything and everybody. Love is the way. Compassion is the way. Gratitude, appreciation, adventure. Are all the ways to become one with everything again. Feel. Dear friends, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. Your fingers into fingers. Rest your hands comfortably in your lap with your eyes closed. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. In this meditation, we observe rhythm of our own breath. No forceful inhalation, no forceful exhalation, dear friends. Observe your natural breath. Be with your breath. Become one with the in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. Allow yourself to observe your gentle, peaceful, natural in-breath and the out-breath. When we observe our breath, our mind becomes empty. When the mind is empty, we slowly experience that emptiness, that quantum energy field all around. Be with your breath. Observe your in breath and the out breath. It's natural to have thoughts, and you recognize gently come back to observing the breath. Slowly and slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. And as your mind is becoming empty, can you feel any sensations in your body? Be with your breath and allow yourself to slowly and slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. Allow yourself to become one with your breath. And allow yourself to become totally empty of all thoughts in your mind. And as your mind is empty, can you find that emptiness inside of you, all around you? as you are becoming one with your breath, can you feel any sensations in your body? Can you feel that emptiness all around your body? Allow yourself to merge into your breath. And become one with that emptiness where there is no body, where there is no thing, no one, in no place and no time. This is the time for yourself, dear friends. Allow yourself to invest your attention and energy onto your breath and slowly experience this emptiness of no body, nothing on your left side, on your right side. Become aware of that emptiness, of the infinite depth of that emptiness. Spreading far and wide, all around you, beyond your body, beyond your room, beyond this planet, into the edges of this universe. all emptiness is energy. Become aware of that unlimited energy in this quantum field of infinite possibilities and opportunities. Everything that you have ever experienced or will experience is here in this field as energy, waiting to happen into a physical reality. With our attention and observation, Stay aware of this emptiness as no body, as no thing, and allow yourself to connect into this energy of healing, of mystic, of miracles, of love, of empowerment, or whatever that you can become aware of. And allow yourself to stay connected to this endless field of all possibilities, this infinite blackness, darkness, void of nobody, of nothing. The longer we stay in this field of unknown, the more you create possibilities into your life. Allow yourself to merge into this emptiness. Where everything is connected to everything else. This is your greater mind. Go deeper and deeper. Friends, let's express gratitude. Gratitude for living this beautiful life. Be grateful to your parents for giving us this intelligent connection to this universe. Be grateful to our teachers and mentors for expanding our knowledge and wisdom. Be grateful to all the people in your life, your family, your friends, relatives, colleagues, partners, everybody, for helping us learn so many things. Be grateful to this grand nature, to the animals, the birds, the fish, all the planets and stars, for inspiring that awe in us every moment and being that mystical energy into our lives. Be grateful to all the things we use, the technology, the places we visit, the systems that support us, our governments and companies, various people who help us. Be grateful to yourself for caring for you, for caring for others, for allowing consciousness to explore through you. Be grateful to this intelligent energy field for allowing us to experience so much more in this life. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Relax your body. Feel your body. Relax yourself and let the autonomous nervous system repair the body. Recollect your experience from the session. How did you feel? What have you seen? Who have you become? And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds and then open your eyes.
Hope you all had a wonderful session today. Take your time to settle down. Doing meditation with a group is always a wonderful thing, where we will get a great group energy. And that is where always we opt out wherever there's group energy, group meditation. So we ask all the participants and request to join the live session. The reason being, always it is a different experience. When we do our meditation separately, when I started, I think my meditation, I felt that I have to do the meditation by myself. So I don't want to be in the group. But then later, I've realized the difference between doing myself, the meditation, and meditation with the group. Then I always love to join being with the group. Such a powerful. We get into the trance state, the emptiness state very easily when we are doing the meditation as a group. Yes, Namita, do we have?
Yes. Thank you, Ratnavel. Yes, dear friends and masters, Sir has still not joined. Whatever little I would like to share, I am speaking not recently. I had read the book by Osho, whatever he had explained in the simple words about meditation, it was really worth reading. He simply said meditation cannot be fragmented. It is not a fragmented thing. It is a continuous process. It's not that we are meditating just for 1 hour in the session and then we just leave it. We meditate in the morning and we simply put it aside. He says mind is the villain. He is always playing a trick. Every moment has to be alert and meditative, because consciousness is like a river that is flowing constantly. If we are meditative, we have to be meditative for the entire day. So the 3 lines he had said, Master, are you there? This is the monks they use to keep them always themselves reminded that they are in the present moment. Master, are you there? The master is talking to himself. The master is talking to himself. Master, are you there? Yes, sir, I am. Then he would say, better sober up. Then he would reply, yes, sir, I will do that. Then he would say, look out now. Don't let them fool you. Again, he would answer, oh, no, sir, I won't. This is basically a technique calling to oneself. This is an effort to remain alert. Yes, I am here. It brings us to focus when thinking stops and we are again alert. And what does it mean? Sober up. Don't play games. He's saying our life is just about fooling around. We never reflect upon what we are doing. Life is not just to pass, it is to reach somewhere deep within us. So life is not on the surface, it is not the circumference, it is the center. We are yet to reach to that center. So sober up, be alert, what you are doing. Yes, searching for money, it is of no use. Again, it is a game. When you earn money, you gain money, of course you feel good. When you have more than others, then you feel bad. And when you have others, then when others have more than you, then again you feel bad. Sorry, you feel good when you have more than others, and you feel bad when you have more when others have more than you. So it is just a game. It is not going to end. And games can never make you rich. So the example of Alexander he had given. Alexander was one of the greatest conqueror of the world. He simply said that when I die, then don't cover my hands. So that people can see that you simply go empty-handed, irrespective of whatever you gained in your entire life. Yes, I had conquered almost the entire world. Still, I didn't gain anything. I am going empty-handed. Be comfortable to be alone. This is what the master says. Yes, we are always running away from the present moment because we are not familiar with the unknown. Always we, whatever the discomfort the known has, simply because we are familiar, we are okay with it. We just don't want to try that unknown. And meditation is that powerful tool that teaches us to be in the present moment. So whatever miracles happen, it happens only in the present moment, dear friends and masters. And how to be in the present moment? That is the meditation. Through meditation only, we live to be in the present moment, and it's a constant struggle. And I have realized the more things are not going your way, more it becomes difficult to practice meditation. But again, since it becomes your habit, then you do put some kind of effort, you pull yourself, and then you are able to. There will be ups and downs, but journey continues. And here the sir has joined. I hope whatever I shared, I was also not going through a kind of finding it difficult with having struggle with my calmness.
Thank you, Namita madam. Yes, when the challenges come, when challenges are there, staying on top of them is always a challenge. If meditation remains as a tool on the side, then it becomes one of them to, when it remains as a tool on the side, it's one of the tools that, okay, I'm going to use this. Then it's even more challenging to go back to it. But a meditation becomes life. That is how you think. This is how you are. And meditation becomes life, because meditation is equal to living as consciousness. And then so then it becomes life. And so then challenges are naturally absorbed into it. You stop only seeing something as a challenge. By default, your understanding for anything that comes is that another experience. You have to make it our life. Live in it. That means it becomes the default choice. That becomes, it is there by default. It is there with you. Everything else comes after it. Patriji long ago told me, spiritual science is the mother of all sciences. It is the root of all sciences. Spiritual science is the root of all sciences. Everything is inside it. If spiritual science meditation is helping us to be that consciousness which is existing in everything, then it becomes the root of all sciences. And he said, learn that. Basically, that's what you become. Everything else will automatically come, is what he was trying to tell. Seek ye the kingdom of God and his righteousness first, and all else will be added unto you. Seek ye the kingdom of God and his righteousness first, and all else, there is Jesus Christ. So what is saying, be in the study of spirituality and then be in that game all the time, and all else, so everything else, whatever you're looking for is added unto you. It's difficult. The switch has to happen at some point. That, okay, right now it is my meditation hour. There's no such thing. This is my food hour. This is my time to eat dinner. Okay, that may be there, but then you know it. You're very flexible about changing that thing to any time. You're adjusting it to any time of the day to have that food anytime, doesn't matter. Sometimes fasting time you change your schedule, sometimes festival you change your schedule, sometimes you're traveling you change your schedule, but you still have it. Meditation is also like that. It is there anytime. If you want to eat 8 times, like you're eating a little bit here, there, a little bit there, you do it. Meditation is like that. It's part of a life. That means you are doing it no specific time, but any time and every time when you feel like doing it, and when you think is necessary, when you feel that it is there, when you, by default. When you have nothing to do, then go into meditation. I've got 5 minutes, okay, let's go into meditation. I've got half an hour, go into meditation. Like that. Then it is part of life. It is life. So friends, we are learning. And understanding spiritual intelligence. Spiritual intelligence is science of energy. So Heraclitus that I talked about the other day is said, no man is stepping into the same river twice because we're all changing. We're all changing. And so we're eternally changing. So anything that we hold about to anybody does not make sense. Because they're different. They're different. People used to really complain about Gautama Buddha because he was the monk and then he would convert. Basically, all the elders thought he's converting people into Buddhism, right? Because he had this great tools. So he's removing suffering, he's making people independent. And so like always, like, many things like the religion, the middle, there are many, many things that do not want you to become independent anyway. You want to be always dependent, you have to be made dependent on something. But I didn't like it. And so many people used to oppose. And one day one person came and started shouting at Gautama Buddha, you are this because of you. The whole village now is into meditation, they're not listening to me, and this and that. I said, okay, fine. He didn't say anything, he kept quiet. And he goes on shouting, giving all kinds of words. Buddha kept quiet. Buddha kept quiet. So next day, and then he kept quiet, so that person goes away. So the next day, the person comes back and then shouts again. He was even more mad because Buddha did not respond. Shouts again, start giving that same thing, another 5 minutes of shouting, yelling at him. And then this time his students were like yesterday itself, that is very difficult for them to take. But now they're even more boiling. And so as soon as the man leaves, they ask, sir, why am I not saying anything to him? You can at least say, can calm down or this and that. He says exactly this. Yesterday, I know he is one person, but while talking to me in the 10 minutes, he's changing constantly, because if I didn't respond anything to him, he constantly keeps contemplating about it. And so he's changing his thinking there because he's not getting the response that you otherwise expected to see. And from yesterday to today, he's a new man completely. So how can I take on what he told me yesterday to say something? Because he would have been a changed man. So why should I even go and talk about what he did to me yesterday? Let me listen to him today first before I say something. So who am I talking to? Am I talking to this new person, or am I talking to the old person that he was 10 minutes ago or 24 hours ago? if there is this possibility, I should talk to that person who was 24 hours ago, but not this new person. So that's why I keep quiet. Keep quiet. So the spiritual intelligence that we're talking about, making our life more meaningful, we contribute, it makes a difference to the way we live. It is important to understand that everybody is with me. I have unlimited potential. I'm creating my reality all the time. There is enough for everyone, abundance for everybody. And then there is higher intelligence, Ishvara Pranidhanana. Higher intelligence is there helping me. And so I'm in a state of awe and a state of surrender, a state of understanding that there is something. It's not just the me as man, is the only thing that are out there, but there is some intelligence which is powering this field. And so then let me be aware of it, that's all, right? So the first one is everyone is inside me. The quantum principle for this is that we are connected to each other in this energy field. Right from the quantum physics perspective, there is this big energy field. Deep inside, we are matter. I mean, we are energy, right? 99.99% we are energy. Even that 0.01% is also energy. The electrons, neutrons are also energy. So everything is energy. We've learned this. So we learned this, we understood in week 2, I believe, that through this experimentation, so it's when they went and research. So it's all energy. So energy, we also understood that it's connected to each other by default, wavy nature. So we are fundamentally in the energy field, very interconnected. You are a group of, you are an energy imprint, a dense energy printing based on a whole set of experiences that you had in your current life and in your cellular past. And then there is, I am that, and then everybody else is that. So if you were to draw an old map, like all the land is shown as a little darker shade, and then everything else is shown as lighter shade, you could think of us to be like that. Inside this map, there is a darker shade where there is a dense consciousness, like you and me and everything. And there's a lighter shade where all this emptiness is existing. So we're all like that, but we are very connected. In the connection, since we don't separate ourselves, so we can't separate ourselves, we start feeling whole, right? So then we slowly drop this separateness. You are different, I'm different. This is where comes the whole understanding of non-judgmentalism. We don't judge anymore. Because who am I going to judge? When you are feeling this whole every day, we drop the differences towards, of course, friends, there's no difference, but even towards enemies, we say we love them. Because you feel them, a part of them is inside you. In every meditation we go in, we recognize this and we feel it. So we move from separateness to oneness. Slowly and slowly, but surely is happening. We move to this understanding that we are one, but not separate. So third dimension, fourth dimension, and fifth dimensional being. You might have heard the statements. Third dimensional being, a fourth dimensional being, and a fifth dimensional being. A third dimensional being that we are normally is saying, hey, I'm Chandra, and then you are that. I've got my property, I'm this position. My family is there, your family is there, they're all there. So the thought process is that we are separate. You are separate, I'm separate. That's really how we are trained and we live. In the fourth dimensional being, we develop this enormous love, compassion, gratitude. We do this gratitude process. We do this heart elevation process. We actively utilize the power of our intellect, and then we actually utilize the power of our mind to go and then visualize, send energy. It's a fourth dimensional process and a fourth dimensional being where using the love and compassion and gratitude, you start feeling everybody as you. You send an energy. You use these tools of gratitude, power, love, and all of them, you know that with them, you become one. You drop the differences. So that's a fourth dimensional being. Their state of being is to be with love and compassion. And so then they naturally drop differences, become one with everybody. But the fifth dimensional being feels everybody inside. They don't have to specifically extend love and compassion. They are into this meditative bliss, they're into this meditative oneness, that by default you feel that way. That's Sahasrara state. You feel that way, that you are one. That's your nature. By default, you are one. So you stop doing any differentiation. You step out of the home, you see somebody, and then they need help, you give it the same way as you doing it to your friends and family. You have books to distribute, you distribute to everybody. There's no differentiation. First, let me give to my family members, then I'll give it to somebody else. Everybody is a family. The first thing, spiritual understanding, and this is the state of Aham Brahmasmi, that I am, that existence. So we move into this oneness, dear friends. So in the oneness, then it's clear, in the oneness is where we become the whole. When we are the whole, then everything is inside of us. That manifestation becomes a piece of cake because it's part of you. And so there's no doubt about not having something. There's no doubt about not being able to get it into my existence. There's no doubt about it because everything is, you feel that it's a matter of fact. As a feel a matter of fact, you are this owner of this house and you got everything inside. So you know that it is there at home somewhere and you just have to go and get it. That's really how you feel. Manifestation becomes that way. It's say, I know it. And this is why when people say, I know that now I can manifest anything if I want to, and then I use it when I need it. And so that's how it becomes. Initially, it's something external to you. You learn the process, you learn the technique, and then you feel something is outside. But here, you move to this model, our understanding that it's all is with you. I know it's there. So the second principle then, dear friends, which quantum physics said, and then we understood, is that energy field is infinite possibilities. That means I've got any experiences. I can live anything, do anything. I have this unlimited potential. So then we stop cribbing about people not coming and helping us. Okay, I'm working in this group, right? So in case you're not able to do it, I will do it. We've got 20 guests coming home, and then so then you are the lone battler, you're trying to cook, and you ask your friends, you ask your colleague, your family to help you. They may respond, they may not respond, but you have the strength. You say, yeah, I can do it. You're not deterred just because people didn't come and help you. You stop complaining about them and say, what, there's no such thing. Instead, you're quietly going about doing it because you love. You are still the mother of all and say, I want to do this for them. At work, you're doing these projects. People said, okay, now today's Friday night, I can't come. Somebody is coming. You're the manager. You say, fine, yeah. So everybody's like, what do you do to your children? You know, let them have some fun, let them go. I'll take care of it. That's the attitude we have and say, but because that comes from this feeling that I can do it. One, of course, I have this, everybody's with me, so I need to let them go. But then you have to have a feeling that I can do it, right? Unlimited potential. We develop that feeling. We quietly go about doing our things. We quietly go about doing our things. If others came in and joined us, we would feel great. If others did not come and join us, it's fine. We move from a fixed mind. Fixed mind is that, no, because when we so know that I have limited skill, limited everything, we latch on to our comfort zone. We are there. When people ask us to do something different, oh, no. I don't know. I have to prepare for it. I don't know whether I can do it. Let me come back to you and tell you. But here, for a person who is now understood this unlimited potential, is immediately saying, yes, let's attempt it. Yes, I can do it. Yes, I will come back. I'm going to do this. So move to a very creative state. Companies are looking now growth-minded. Constantly we got to innovate, because the time to value to the client has become so less these days that innovation is the only way. But everything has to be done differently. The third thing of the spiritual quotient. So the first one was that everybody is inside me. I'm one with everyone. So suddenly that great feeling towards, there's no separateness. You embrace everybody. That means in a business world, what do? You start doing the right thing. So the first one is about wholeness. So you start doing right thing for your partners, your clients. You no longer think of doing something separate. It's not an external thing. Hey, you do good to your client, client will take care of you, is in a very, very material way of looking at it. But in spiritual quotient is saying that they are you. What you do unto yourself is what you do unto others. It comes from the first principle. And so your clients are taken care automatically. You know that they are you, and there's no way you can exploit them. There's no way. If your product has bugs, your product has challenges, you're straight about it. You'll not be able to take a call to sell something buggy, something that is spoiled. Instead, you go back and then pursue inside. Are you being truthful about them and say, look, take this, I'm going to fix this. And soon, another month later, I'm going to come back and fix this and then put something new. But you are very honest and integral about it in the first principle. Second principle, more creative. The third one is that you know that you can do things, that potential, that they have unlimited potential, but with your observation, manifesting possibilities. So with the third principle, you take ownership. You take ownership. My reality by me. So absolutely, anything happening. So now suddenly all challenges no longer becomes compliance, because this sunk into us so much. This principle sunk into us so much that yes, I'm the one causing it. Government does not fix, does not come. We can easily blame somebody, but by doing so, we become helpless. We've heard this. We become helpless. Instead, when this sinks into it and say, I allowed something to happen to me like this. Who asked you to live in the Bangalore city central then? If traffic is a problem, you have a choice, right? To go and then live remotely somewhere else. There is a choice for many people. But we allow certain things to happen. And then, of course, have we given any active interest, active attention towards that problem? A lot of times, and we do this on 21st of every month now, is to have a group intent to solve a specific problem, to solve conflicts, to solve relations. So if we take a group intent to work on specific things, we can definitely solve, because it's time and again research has showed. So we don't put adequate attention to common problems, but then we talk about them, we crib about them, we complain about them, but all of them goes, dear friends, away, and we start accepting. A lot of acceptance comes here, and a lot of ownership comes here when we understand this principle. My observation creates possibility. So every challenge I drew into my life, spoiled relationship, I drew into my life. Because quantum field is saying that's the only way something is coming into you. Either consciously now you allowed it to happen, or unconsciously in the past, which you don't remember. If you are not that great with the technology 10 years ago in the previous company, and so then you had created things that miserably failed, you might have said a lot of things to you then, every day. I'm stupid. I don't have the skill. I cannot do this. How could I do this? And then when we go on talking about these 10 years ago for a few weeks to months, now you might have changed. You might have developed further skill, but that thing is still coming in and then manifesting, because you still hold on, you left that unopened. It's called your past baggage. The karma is the word used. Anything that is left incomplete comes back. And so now you understand and say, hey, I'm trying, I've become better, but still I have created these failures. But it is there from the past. But you recognize and say, okay, I've done this. You don't remember now that you've done anything like this in the last 2 years because everything you are doing is greatly going. But suddenly this failure comes and say, where does this come from? It's come because 10 years ago you created it intensely. Accept. It's all about acceptance. So we understand that, okay, it's caused by me. So let me fix it. There is some small part of me. I must fix this. So take ownership. The fourth one and the fifth one, I'm going to get unlimited opportunities. So abundance for everybody. So move from scarcity thinking to abundance thinking. We stop running to be in the queue because I want to get there before the other person and so that I'll be there. Go slowly. Remember, a lot of times we go as we get closer to the queue in the railway station or, maybe an Aadhaar counter or somewhere. We just slowly make a walk or faster and I want to run before the other person. Scarcity thinking, that, okay, maybe my choice. Granted, exempted if you got a flight to catch and so you got to go there. Right? There is a genuine reason. If the reason is that I must go before them because, hey, that will make a difference in me getting that extra reservation, that seat, then we're thinking scarcity. We're not thinking that there is abundance, so for me, it's going to happen too. That wholeness principle is not come in yet. Things that you don't do, if we are a group as 5 people going, you don't mind any of them standing in front of you, the 5 of you. Any of you, as you're going into the movie, 5 of you there, who stands first doesn't matter, but you do differentiate with others. But that must go. Unlimited opportunity, everything in this field. When we recognize this, dear friends, then we don't compete for it. We don't race for things. We competition only for gaining excellence. You're inspired with competition, not feeling low with competition. One is the poverty consciousness, another is prosperity consciousness. You had this great idea, great project, great thing to do, and suddenly you come across a company or a person who is exactly doing that. And then what do you become? You feel inspired. That's the idea here, that when there is abundance, then the reason you're inspired is, okay, I too can be that. Because abundance, here, that company is exhibiting what we're doing, but we can build that too. Abundance is there. Let them do what they're doing. And then let me excel beyond what they've done. There's no competition on spirituality. Every organization is doing greatly to the best of their knowledge. So when we go into a company and then they say we have another organization doing this, fine. So we ask questions to be clear if they're complementary in nature. That's what we're asking, right? We're not thinking about replacing somebody who's already doing a great job out there. Why do we care? There are so many, not even 100 million people practicing meditation. There's so many. But the only thing looking at is to understand, are they doing yoga and calling it meditation, the Hatha yoga? Are they really doing meditation, proper? But otherwise, we're okay, we're happy that every spiritual organization is helping to spread their knowledge beautifully, empowering individuals. So when we have recognized this difference, very, very important, a lot of conflict comes here, right? Scarcity to abundance, protect the resources. This you can easily imagine why the conflicts around countries came. The true meaning of one world must and will happen when these are understood, right? Unlimited opportunity. If something did not come to you, then you say, okay, fine, something bigger is happening for me, because you know that quantum field is infinite. Everything you want is created by your own very thought. You're seeding it. from that energy field. So the question of not having only doesn't come. It has to be understood from that perspective. The last one, dear friends, is higher intelligence is helping me. That it is not some random existence that we came in, we're not mere bones and molecules, that we are actually very coherent entities. Every cell in a body is coherently working with everything else. There's still billions of cells there. And we as a body, and we are coherently operating with so many things in the universe. And so we say there is an intelligence that is making all of us to be coherent. How can it be random existence? And so that coherency among all of us is being maintained by something else, which is this intelligent quantum field. And so then we pay attention to it, which means how does it communicate? Communicates with the feeling, our intuition, which is equal to heart. We pay attention to feelings, our intuition. And so we keep going back to it and operate from it. Our decisions are more intuition driven. Decisions are not just merely calculating numbers driven. As a board member, then we are not simply numbers driven. We gain enough strength to convince other people why it is okay to take less profit this year. A corona should not force us to take less profit this year. Instead, we fundamentally have it and say, less profit is just fine. What am I going to do with more? If I'm accumulating a lot of billions and billions and billions as cash, they're sitting, not doing nothing, only to make the investors more and more profitable, taking away from all the energy from people below at various layers. So all of this will sink in, and we are more intuition driven, and so then we start taking the right calls. So do it enough. Enough is enough. And we understood, we came to that understanding. It is going to change. It is going to change from boardrooms to CEOs to all the senior management, where often all the goals are set, targets are set. And so it's all driven through the mind. Our decisions are driven through the mind. Somebody higher up is saying, get me 50% growth this year, we go down to start. We don't even listen to our heart at that point. And we are a solid leader, meditative leader. We're looking at immediately our heart is telling you, oh no, come on. It gives you a low feeling. That's the feeling to hold on to and say, this is not possible. Every time you think about 50% growth, it is telling you that it's going to take a lot of effort from everybody. And you stand up for it. And then you make your decision. You tell, no, not 50. I'll give you 15 this year. And you may become bold to take a heart-centered decision. Cash flows are challenging, and you become bold to take a heart-centered decision, and then sit with your team members and say, guys, let's take cuts as opposed to cutting somebody. We make those choices, conscious choices. You know what is required? A lot of times I've seen in particularly MNCs where you do not have the courage to go and talk to somebody about letting go of somebody. And they don't have the courage to talk to the management or the rest of the employees and say why it is important to reduce our salary by, say, 10%, 20% across the board than to just simply send a couple of people out. Because you feel it's a lot of work. You feel it's difficult to convince others. You feel you don't have the tool. But when you're heart-centered, dear friends, then you have this fundamental courage and you have this strength, you have this intuition strongly playing to you that this is the right thing to do. You're convinced about it, and so you take action at that point appropriately. So when you become heart-centered, that means you are operating as this consciousness, that intelligence, it is giving you the direction. And so we become that heart-centered. When we are at the crossroads, we seek solution from it. We go into meditation looking for an answer, and then we gain an answer. So spiritual quotient is also to recognize it. So with this, dear friends, this is what is happening. We're going through a total transformation. separateness to wholeness. We operate differently now. Growth-minded. We no longer do routine, mundane things. We are doing things newly, differently, always, because seeking new experience, new learning. We own things. We don't blame people anymore as our own creation. And we stop competing and dominating people. We stop controlling our manipulation. All that goes away because there is abundance for everybody. It's all, the conflict is all because we want resources to be controlled. If I don't have now, I know that I'm going to get it then, later. That's the attitude we come to. We work for it, but then if we don't get it, we don't crib. Instead, we continue to be in that thought and state to create it because we know abundance is there, infinity is there. A heart-centric approach, we are no longer is mind-centric approach, just simply looking everything as numbers, everything as, physical, bones and molecules, and do more heart-centric actions with the feelings. So thank you very much for listening on this important aspect. Every Buddha CEO is our wish and goal that we transform into possess the spiritual intelligence, and then we carry on our work with that consciousness, new consciousness developed. A new consciousness developed. And so the communities naturally have to become vibrant. So beautiful to understand this so that we move ourselves into it with more and more meditation. All of it, if we notice, requires practice. Intellectually understand some of it, but to be that, we need the practice to be that, in that moment to operate that way. In the moment to operate that way, we need practice. You start bargaining, things like small things, you start bargaining at a vegetable vendor, right? My friend Ganesh Margabandhu has a story, we're going to have him speak. We start bargaining at a vegetable vendor, we say, what are we doing here? If it's your relative, when you go and the relative is selling food or some things, you don't bargain, right? Okay, so my friend, your relative, you give that money to them. But why do we go and bargain? The vendor says 10 rupees and you say 6 rupees. You start with 6 rupees. It doesn't matter. When we go into a shop and then when they give something and say, oh, the guys are cheating me, we stop thinking from that angle and say, okay, the right price is coming to you. Right price is coming to you. The consciousness changes. Because that's how you think in certain situations, isn't it? We have total trust because everybody is with you. And so you know that what you think is what to create. And so when you say right price is coming to you, even if it is not right price, at that moment you thought, later you'll understand it. So many things, dear friends, small things in our life will change in the way we approach. So thank you all. Any announcements, Namita Madam?
Yes, sir. Today we have book club session in the morning from 8:15 a.m. IST onwards, and in the evening from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. A reader grows with the book and the book grows with the reader. So do join in, dear friends. And the book track is Living with the Himalayan Masters. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you all and have a wonderful day.
I have a dream of what I wanna be. I wanna be free. That's what my heart keeps telling me. Give me your hand.
We'll find a way.
There's people out there
that feel the same.
if we help each other. I just know we can succeed. We are one, but we from all around the world. We share the same sun, we share the same oceans. We are every boy and girl come together and share our dreams. We'll be amongst the stars, and we know that it's destiny.
Okay. Anybody would like to share a story of applying this new intelligence? We were before this way, but now we do differently. Anybody would like to share these, your stories? Anyone? Come on, no participation. How come?
Can I share something, sir?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. I'm having some challenges with my laptop. Recently, I got it repaired, and the first day itself of my joining, it was not connecting. And now also while speaking, the screen was frozen. Before meditation, that Namita would have been a different one. Oh my goodness, mera to insult ho gaya. It's such a humiliation. All the hell will break loose. Something like on these lines, I would have thought. Now, as we say, the younger generation tells us, take a chill pill. Yes, I am taking a chill pill. Not so much bothered and affected to that extent. I am certainly calmer. It's okay. It's okay. It doesn't matter. So definitely it is because of meditation. Yes, I can feel the changes. Thank you, sir.
Wonderful. Thank you, madam. I was reading, Patriji Answers is a very powerful book. Patriji Answers, the book that we published. One of the questions he answered, what is the way to lower or deal with this ego that event that you mentioned about is that if the laptop is not coming on and you're going in for this and suddenly you feel it's not coming on, you got this important presentation, or you are the host, or you are the speaker, you got to go up there and then do it. But suddenly it's not working. And so that thing that, what is happening? And then what a jerk. And I without me, how is it going to go now? Without me, how is it going to go? So a lot of it is around that. And so we were super excited at that moment that it's not happening the wrong way. Then the answer is that whatever you think that you're most required, whatever the thing you're most important, disappear from that scene and see what happens. The matters of dealing with that important that I am in every situation, wherever that you think you're most required, most important, disappear from that scene. Intentionally make choices to not be there in it. And see what happens. You're saying that things will still go right. This will go fine. A lot of times we feel that we're too important. And from that thing comes all this anxiety that now I have to be there, somehow I have to make it, and then this and that. All that anxiety is around it. But now here, we stay calm, like you, stay cool. ठीक है, If this is not working, then somebody else is going to take over. Chandra is not going to judge me just because I couldn't join. That is also there, because the entire team of people who have the authority to give feedback is also going to judge. That's going to happen too. But they are all tests. We look at it as a test for me. If we pass the test, your laptop will come up. Right? Stay cool, it will come up. Thank you for sharing that.
What will other people think about me? That concerns us the most. And fortunately, with the help of meditation, I'm getting away with that gradually. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
That is nothing but managing our image, madam. What will others think of me is nothing but managing our image. It's called protecting our image.
Yes.
That is also means that is that identity. My image is there. What will others think of me? Oh, Namita madam, how could she not join in spite of she agreeing to be the host? We have this image that we want to protect, and so as a result, it's called internal ego. It doesn't show up that you want to have an active thing, but we maintain a standard for ourselves, trying to protect it. Very difficult to find it, right? Very difficult to find it.
Yes, dear friends and masters, do ask your questions or query. Sir has taken time out from his busy schedule in Dubai. Make the most of it.
Yes, Kanchan, please go ahead.
So
Yes.
as very correctly Namita ma'am said, we usually want to look good in front of people. Okay, that self-ego, that centered inner ego, which really makes us to making, put it everything on the icing on the cake. We always do it. Even I used to do a lot. Started catching up. Why there is a need for me doing this? Am I making myself happy, or I'm just trying to make others happy? So that really helped me out. And meditation and consciously effort on everything really helped me out by catching up my thoughts, catching up my activities, catching up everything. So which made me a new Kanchan. And still the journey is going on. Thank you. Thank you for everything.
Yes.
So the message which we exchanged, I do found who is somebody whom I can get inspiration and train myself. So I'll be answering you through the message.
Okay. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Wonderful.
And even the reason behind it, that why has to be very clear, which will make you to prompt every time. So that why also I found out. So I'll be answering you.
Excellent. That's all we need. We need our own clarity. I get
Exactly. Yeah.
it. Okay. Sharadji, you've seen more Niagara, more of Niagara again. You finished.
Yes, for a couple of days I'm back, but the memories are there, and I can still feel the vastness of that place. And as you said, that you look like a minuscule there, and the nature is so vast, and you are nothing in front of the nature. So those feelings are there in me also, as you said, that when you were there, that you felt that way. So I'm back now again. I have one, not question, but a feeling of, what to visualize when you are in meditation. You say that emptiness. Now, I had been relating emptiness with some container, and that container is empty. Maybe that container could be an ocean which is empty. But otherwise, emptiness in self and around me, I am looking for something which is empty, but how do you visualize that emptiness? I mean, I do go thoughtless. Then there is nothing, there is darkness, some patterns sometimes. But that feeling of emptiness, how to visualize that emptiness? Or should I just leave it? It will happen.
You're already experiencing it. You yourself had said that. I do get emptiness, some blackness, and sometimes I see some patterns, this, that. That's always an emptiness. There's nothing extra there. You said I go thoughtless. And so there is that thoughtless is sometimes is black and some pattern is there, maybe some light is there here and there. That's all your emptiness. There's no extra emptiness anywhere.
No, and also
no, it is happening. It's happening as you observe your breath. It's happening because thoughts are becoming less and lesser, and then slowly our mind is moving to an empty state automatically. So in my guidance, all I'm saying is observe it. It is helping some people who are getting there to get this instruction to go and then observe it and then latch on to it, right? It's helping people that way. I don't want you to look for something. I don't want you to observe that already exists. I don't want you to create and actively visualize. See, the visualization segment in manifestation, which we do, is totally different. You understand it, right? That manifestation time, that is after meditation, after Anapanasati is over, when we are in an empty state of mind, that means we have zero thought, right? That means the chance of seeding a wrong thought to in visualization is very, very less. And so a negative, a doubtful thought into visualization is less. That is the time we are visualizing, which is an active mind process. There you want to visualize about your future, be there in fully in flesh and blood. You'll be in your body, in your environment, and then people, all that you visualize, that is manifestation segment where the fast music is there. That is totally different from our Anapanasati, where we are every day working on ourselves. But there we're observing the breath, mind is empty, slowly. As the mind is empty, since all the people, places, things have been taken out, and so there's got to be that emptiness around us, right? Now, and that is represented by the blackness. You use the word, right? It could have some kind of pattern come. It could be some light, something flickering maybe there, or suddenly some kind of a light may be there, a goldenish light, a whitish light. Many, many ways it comes. It is there for each one differently, and that's all emptiness.
Okay, right.
So nothing to visualize there. Visualization is an active mind process. So we're using the word visualization for active mind process. Okay.
Sometimes I do feel some boundaries, like you say that you see yourself within emptiness within yourself. But then I see my boundaries of the body. It's not empty. It's not merging with the emptiness outside. So still, I get.
So you're half empty. You're half empty, half there, right? So what happens in a meditation? Some days you don't even feel that you're sitting on the chair.
Yeah, that happens.
Some days you don't feel you're sitting on the chair. That means you've forgotten, you lost that. I mean, losing the chair because where you're sitting on it, right, can be the last thing to let go. Okay, it may happen that way. But some days you don't feel, some days you feel. You said, I do see boundaries. You see that no, there isn't anything else you're able to see inside you. Right now, if I say, okay, what is there? You'll probably will feel your stomach, right? And okay, there is a lot going on out there. But in a meditation, you don't have any of those. You've forgotten a lot of that, right? So you are become a hollow statue. Think of a big statue, but it's hollow inside. But the boundaries are there. So yeah, so be it. So be it. But you've gotten there halfway. Somewhere you've gotten probably a lot of empty around you. But when it comes to your body, some part of maybe they may not be there. But there are transient states of meditation, right? The transient states where you're slowly getting there to become totally empty, and it's just fine. Continue to keep practicing, because when we transport ourselves to be totally empty, we can't really predict, because mind is constantly there, right? And so we keep practicing. And so sometimes suddenly we go empty, and sometimes it appears that we always are there with our thought and body. However, remember this principle of transcending time in meditation. So even though you feel that you are with this body all the time, or you felt, but many times you wouldn't have been with the body, and so you are empty. Just that we don't recognize it. So just have to constantly remember it, and then continue to practice it without having to worry about how much empty I became.
Couple of days back when I was meditating, I was not anywhere. I was not knowing whether I am meditating or sleeping or I'm here, or suddenly, I mean, in between, yes, there maybe when your instructions come, I was getting back for fraction of some time, but most of the time I was not there, and suddenly I feel that okay, then the meditation is over. So it was, I don't think it was sleep, but it was not even, the consciousness also was not there, and there was no awareness, nothing, and just disappeared somewhere.
Yeah. See, that's you yourself answered. I don't think it is sleep. So it's not sleep, because your body has a certain biological feeling. When you finish your sleep and come back, your mouth has got a different taste and all that, right?
That's right.
You know that. And so it's not sleep. Then what is it? It is that state where you lost yourself into this quantum field, and into this empty state. Now, your conscious mind is not there. Our subconscious mind is always there, it. Subconscious autopilot. We don't even know what is stored deep inside, right? Until it pulls up into your conscious mind purview. So conscious mind has been fully gone, right?
Yeah, that's right.
You merged into it, you are there somewhere. But your awareness is there. That's why when I say come back, let's express gratitude, suddenly you pull back.
Yeah,
awareness is there. Something is observing you. Something is always observing you, is catching that instruction and comes back. Magically, many people come back right at that moment. Okay, now whenever you're ready, you may open your eyes. So many people magically come back, because when they go into meditation, many times they would have expressed their deep desire to be in this state fully. And so for them, instructions don't matter. So they have taken on this nice ride of empty state, being in the field. So they give up all the processes. It's a great thing to be in. So enjoy that state. We don't miss anything by not expressing gratitude or doing something. Because the key thing is to be in that empty state. And if you are there, everything else is vaporware. It doesn't really matter. We do.
Right.
I allow us to do this process because we feel good. We feel good. Those who are not able to go into deeper meditation, they feel good by doing a gratitude exercise. They feel good by doing the heart elevation exercise. Right?
Second, one more thing which is happening now, that I am automatically getting up at around 4:35, between 4:30 and 5. I just brush my teeth and then I sit for your tracks. I have a couple of tracks, 3 tracks. One but track, I'll just switch it on, I'll sit for the meditation. Yes, I am able to do it now from last about 5-6 days. Automatically it happens, nothing, and no effort, no alarms, nothing. It automatically I'm getting up.
Beautiful, Shelji. It's wonderful. Yes. Why not? Why not? Why not we explore? I've done that. I've done intense practice. In my first 6 months was quite intense. Where I was going at it, I was reading everything that I could put my hands around. And I ordered those 25 books. Just I sent to Sai Kumar and I said, I want all the books. He was kind to send me all the books, one shot. And so then I went about reading most of them within the first 6 to 9 months. Most of the books then. So please do it. And then I was doing more meditation, every opportunity. Full moon I used to go. And yes, continue to do
my
it.
plan is to come to Ramanagar Valley and stay there for, I don't know, couple of months, maybe, or 4 months, 6 months. I'll come and spend time there.
Please do. Please do.
Yeah, I'll be back next year now, most likely. So
Okay.
after that, I'll come. Thank you so much, sir. And I'm really grateful to, first of all, the email which came from Delhi. I joined.
Wonderful.
Karthikeyan.
Karthikeyan, yes. All roads lead to the Rome. It's a lot of other connected.
Actually, his wife and my wife, they were quite good friends. We visited their house also, met his late wife. And then I'd been meeting him also earlier. Also, a couple of times I've gone to his house. So I was in their in his mailing list. So once I received this, then I sent it to my brother and my sister. They have also joined. They are not as regular. And I am, of course, trying to be as regular as possible. So I'm so thankful to him, because meditations, there was a little scare in my mind that if I do meditations, I'll get into those problems again. But this time again, I took a plunge. I said, okay, let me see what happens. So far, things are okay. I'm sure that I'll be able to continue with it now. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, Sharadji. Thank you. We'll speak after the program is over.
Right, sir. Okay.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Yes. Thank you. Yes, Shanta madam, you please. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yes, we'll take quickly the word. Yeah, go ahead, madam.
Thank you, Chandra sir and Vani ma'am. Before 1 month, I was very anxious and I was not feeling well like that. But now I'm fine and I'm getting stronger. After that, I went with, you used to say to me that go out of your comfort zone. Now I'm going to many places. And I went with my friends for 3 days to Mysore trip, and it was very nice. For 20 of them, we went. And I am having many challenges, but I'm having the strength to face it. And I'm going to music class, violin class, and I have started my boutique now. Slowly I'm doing everything is coming into place. Thank you for all of you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Wonderful, madam. That's great. Boutique. Yes. Make it unique. I'm sure you must be thinking about it. Make it unique. Get some spiritual messages uniquely in your own way through them. So that will be helpful. Everything we do, we provide a touch of it so that we are sending the message constantly, right? So use that as a way to introduce spiritual lifestyle.
Yes, sir.
After Vani madam, she has some ideas about whatever you're doing. If you already are doing, it's great. Okay. Thank you. Yes,
Before I was doing it for the past 17 years, I'm doing, but now this 1.5 years, I didn't do it. Now I have started.
Yes. Must do it in a new way now.
Yes, sir.
Differently. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much to all the masters and Vani man and to you. Thank you.
All right. Great. Beautiful. Kanchan?
What is the state of the samadhi and how to go into that samadhi state?
Tomorrow. Okay. We'll talk about this tomorrow. Let's over the question. So thank you, dear friends. Have a great time. So we'll see you tomorrow at 6 a.m. again. Yes, we will have a facilitator meeting, Namita madam. Right. Thank you all. Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. Spirit divine, come to me. Feel